If you look up creator advice on YouTube, the first thing you're going to see, the first advice that's going to be given to you is to stick to a particular niche. Find a niche, whether that's gaming, whether that's talking, commentary, reacting, and stick with it. Post that niche. Do not post anything else. Now, why is this? Why should we have to limit our ideas and stick to one particular format in a documentary, a platform where you're supposed to share what you're feeling, right? YouTube was initially started as a video where you could share videos about farms. You would go out to zoos, you would share videos about animals, you would share videos about your cat, your dog, about your family, about how you guys just traveled the world and just saw all these amazing things. You would just share your experiences. There was no particular format or structurized system to advance, to make yourself better, to make it monetizable, to sell something. And nowadays, that's exactly what YouTube is. It's all formatted, it's all systematic, it's all business-like in terms of receiving something back from the platforms, which is audience and ultimately monetization and ultimately money and filling your pockets. We've seen this play out the past 10, 15, 20 years on YouTube. It slowly but surely has become a platform where a person who has a higher budget, who has a higher ceiling, who has something higher to prove, Mr. Beast. Every single video is something unheard of. I pushed a 50-pound train into a hole. Who does that? Who does that? I counted to 1 billion. Like, tell me, would you actually count to 1 billion because you feel like it? No, you had to force himself to do that. It's painful. And people look at it as some type of achievement, some type of celebratory achievement that this guy counted to 1 billion, sat there for 72 hours and just counted to 1 billion. Why are we celebrating this? Why aren't we celebrating the joy of life? Why are we celebrating suffering? Why? Why are we not posting the absolute beauty of the birds chirping outside? Why are we not posting the sunlight, the sunrise, the sunset, the beaches, the water, the sound of the flow of the water, how nature just moves, the seasons coming in and out? Why don't we post that anymore? Because everything has gotten digitized. Everything has gotten to a point where it has to be monetizable. Nature cannot be monetizable. You cannot make money off of nature unless you're a photographer. Props to you. Photographers, you're amazing. You capture the beauty of life. Props to you guys. Filmmakers, props to you guys. You guys capture feelings, absolute feelings you can't put into words. The human experience, you capture that through the power of filmmaking and storytelling. Props to you guys. You can immediately tell if something is authentic or it's an attempt to one-up the community or one-up the rest of the creators in the space. You can just tell, just by the video title alone, just by the thumbnail alone, just by the video itself alone. You click on the video and you see this person has a mentality of one-upping others, doing better than others. And they're not satisfied. They're not content with where they are in life. They need more. Greed. This is the downfall of many men. And so why should I come onto YouTube and I have all of these ideas that I want to share with the world, stuff that I lived in my life, and I want to share with other people because I think it could help some other people or shine light on their situation, and potentially I can gain an audience and we can start building this movement together of, man, let's enjoy life. Let's not suffer anymore. Let's look at what's out here. Let's look at what God has created for us. Let's move away from the artificial, move away from the systematic, and go towards more the natural. Why can't I do that? And why can't I do that in a way that is authentic to me? Why can't I do that in a way that is not systematic, in a way that is not businesslike, in a way that just is. And the way that just is doesn't follow a framework. If I have a video idea about a show I just watched, like Breaking Bad, and I want to make a video about that because I gained some valuable knowledge off of that show, and I want to share it with people. But the YouTube niche won't allow you to because you're stuck in a gaming channel or you're stuck in a documentary heavily edited channel. You can't just sit down and talk. This is the systematic, business-like version that's eroding our souls. We feel trapped. We can't share what we truly feel because it's not conducive to growth. But why do you want to grow? Are you not content with who you are, living as you are, living the way life is supposed to be, living how nature is supposed to be? A bird, the birds chirping outside, they're not looking for growth. They're looking for joy in life. Do you hear them chirping? They're dancing, they're singing because the sun is out. Why can't we do that? Why? You wake up anxious to get ahead of the day, to fill a productivity debt. But why? Why do you feel like that? Because the world tells you to. Because your passions are not monetizable. You can't just do what you feel like. You can't just follow your gut in society. You have to go out, go inside the norm. You have to go inside and meet others' expectations to advance or succeed, but that's an illusion. Success is being content with who you are right now in this moment, in the present tense. What are you doing right now? Get rid of all these anxious thoughts about the past or the future and just live in the present moment. And so if I want to make a video about a show I just watched, if I want to make a video about some food I just discovered, an ingredient or a specific way of living that I want to share with people, or a game that I'm playing, I will share it. I'm not going to follow this YouTube niche advice. I'm not sticking to one niche because a human is not one niche. A human is complex. It is fluid. We move through life, we learn, we fail. And through that journey, we gain experiences, we gain lessons. And if you're not sharing that, you're dampening the soul down, you're dampening what God has truly given you. And you're falling into the hands of the devil. The systematic, operation-like, business-like way of society we live in nowadays. So come back to that soul, come back. Follow, what does your gut tell you? Follow that. If you want to make a video about something, talk about something, and something tells you to stop, and you can't really rationalize why, go deeper. Go deeper and ask yourself, why can't I just be? Why? Am I following something external? Why can't I just follow something internal? Peace.